On television, we meet the sole survivor of a massacre. Her face is completely disfigured, and the one responsible is none other than Art the clown. Soon we learn that his body disappeared, and he might still be alive, although the woman insists he's dead, because she saw it with her own eyes. Now we see a clown applying his makeup in a brutal manner. Before grabbing a sack filled with weapons. In the studio, Monica tells a friend that she almost threw up when she saw that woman's face, and that if she ever looked like that, she'd rather be dead. Minutes later, the survivor returns and savagely destroys Monica's face.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Meanwhile, on Halloween night, we meet Tara. She and her friend are walking home from a party when they cross paths with Art. Dawn thinks it's funny to ask for his number, but the clown disappears. Later, they stop at a pizzeria, and before long, Art shows up. He loves making creepy faces. Tara senses something very strange about him, but Dawn doesn't care. She even sits on his lap to take selfies. The pizzeria owner kicks the clown out after he wrecks the bathroom. Moments later, the girls discover that someone slashed their car tire. Tara calls her sister Victoria to come pick them up. Meanwhile, chaos breaks out at the pizzeria. Art kills the owner and then brutally murders the cook. Tara meets Mike, an exterminator, and asks if she can use the restroom in a building he's working in. He tells her the place is abandoned. Elsewhere, Dawn turns on the radio and hears news that a clown murdered 2 men in a pizzeria. Right then, Art appears inside the car, giving her a terrifying scare. Inside the building, Tara runs into a woman named Kat, who seems unhinged and treats a doll as if it were her daughter. Frightened, Tara walks away, only to come face to face with Art. She tries to escape, but the clown catches up and stabs her in the ankle. He's about to kill her, but Tara manages to stab him and run off to hide. Victoria continues driving to pick them up, hearing about the murders on the radio. Tara runs to Mike for help, but he's wearing headphones and hears nothing. Soon after, Tara wakes up bound and gagged in the basement, while Art toys with her. In another room, Dawn is tied up and naked. The clown saws her in half. Tara breaks free and stabs Art with a knife. Finally, he shoots her. Kat hears everything and worries her daughter will wake up. Victoria arrives at the building and, getting no response, texts Dawn. Art replies, tricking her into entering through the back while he finishes with Tara. Kat, having witnessed everything, seeks help from Mike, but he doesn't believe her and calls his coworker. Art attacks and kills Mike. Meanwhile, Kat realizes her daughter is missing and finds her in Art's arms. Instead of panicking, she hugs him. Because she's just as crazy as he is, Mike's coworker enters the building as Victoria discovers her sister's mutilated body and an injured woman. Victoria hides in a closet, but the coworker is killed by Art. Victoria tries to escape, but runs into the clown. She fights back and manages to wound him, only to find her sister's body again. Mike shows up to help and knocks Art out. The two try to leave, but the clown reappears and kills Mike. Victoria runs for her life, hearing police sirens approaching, but Art runs her over. While she's unconscious, he commits a horrific act, eating her face. When the police arrive to arrest him, Art shoots himself in the head. At the morgue, the lights go out, and the clown wakes up, killing the medical examiner. 1 year later, we learn that the faceless woman is Victoria. And so it's confirmed that Art is still alive. This story continues in a clinic, where a man crawls on the floor, his neck slit, as we see the clown covered in blood. The doctor tries to call for help, but the clown snatches the phone away and smashes his skull with a hammer. Without a doubt, this is the most brutal clown of them all. Art arrives at a laundromat, where he sits down to read the newspaper while his costume washes. At that moment, a little girl appears, looking strikingly similar to Art. He plays with her for a bit, then murders a bald man who was taking a nap and leaves with his new friend. After this brutality, we meet Sienna, who lives with her mother and little brother Jonathan, a kid obsessed with Art the clown's story. He even wants to dress up like him for Halloween night. That same evening, Jonathan talks to his sister about how dangerous Art is, since his body was never found. But she tries to calm him down, telling him the chances of meeting such a killer are almost zero. Later, she takes a nap, but has a terrifying nightmare. She and her brother are part of a TV show with Art, which slowly turns more and more violent. until the clown kills everyone there, John Wick style. When she wakes up, she realizes someone set her Halloween costume on fire. Her mother scolds her, thinking she did it. While checking the costume, she notices that one of its knives is missing. To make matters worse, the disturbing images from her nightmare continue to haunt her all day. She decides to talk to her friends, who help her relieve some tension. Meanwhile, at school, Jonathan goes to drink water and runs into his little creepy friend, who is playing with a dead possum. She ends up throwing it at him, making him look guilty in front of his teacher. Back with Sienna, she's out shopping for a new Halloween costume, but she's not alone. Art is watching her closely, even trying on a few pairs of sunglasses for the party tonight. The store clerk confronts him, but it's in vain. Art kills him brutally. Later, Jonathan tells his sister about his encounter with the clown, revealing that Art has been doing this for years. Even their father had a drawing of Art, showing Sienna holding the clown's head. This suggests she might be the only one who can stop him. That night, a girl is giving out Halloween candy. When Art shows up, he also wants candy, and with a bad attitude, she gives him some. She even notices his blood-covered killing tools. Sienna watches the news, learning that one girl survived Art's attacks last year. He's not just a legend. Last Halloween, he caused chaos all over the city. To relax, Sienna takes some pills, then gets ready for the party. Meanwhile, the candy-giving girl, Allie, hears a noise in her kitchen. Unfortunately for her, it's Art. He tortures her, then kills her in an extremely brutal way. While Sienna is out, Jonathan is home telling his mom that their father had been tracking Art. This makes her lose patience. She destroys his book and tells him to drop the subject. Angry, Jonathan runs away from home. After the argument, their mother goes to the garage only to find her car covered in filth. She calls Sienna to tell her about it, then starts cleaning. That's when she sees Art inside the car. He blows her head off, brutally. Later, Jonathan returns and finds his mother's corpse on the table, while Art tells him it's dinner time. Jonathan tries to run, but the clown catches him and injects him with a tranquilizer. Soon after, Art's little friend calls Sienna, luring her to a carnival, where they agreed to meet. She gets out of the car to look for her brother, while Brooke and her boyfriend prepare to have some fun. The boyfriend leaves to pee, but Art takes the opportunity to stab him. Then he chases Brooke. She runs as fast as she can while talking to Jonathan, who says he's trapped inside the Terrifier attraction. Brooke's fate is sealed. Art throws acid in her face, killing her mercilessly. Sienna, now furious, grabs a piece of wood and stabs Art, but he beats her relentlessly, knocking her out. Jonathan tries to escape, but is discovered and stabbed. Sienna arrives just in time to hit Art with a club, then carries her brother to a safer spot. Jonathan tells her their father believed she is the only one who can stop this clown. But Art comes back for round 2, and the epic fight begins. At first, Sienna has the advantage, but things quickly turn around. Art overpowers her. She hallucinates her mother comforting her, then realizes what really happened at home. The fight resumes. Art, stronger than ever, throws her into a lower level, where she ends up inside a water tank. Meanwhile, Art is chewing on Jonathan's arm. Jonathan screams for help. At that moment, a sword that belongs to Sienna starts glowing. She miraculously comes back to life and rises in an epic, elegant way. She finishes the job, stabbing Art before he can eat her brother's arm, then decapitating him brutally. Right then, Art's little friend appears, grabs his head, and leaves the place. In the post-credits scene, we see a psychiatric hospital where the girl from the first film gives birth to Art's head.
Oh, damn!
Everything starts in a beautiful house. And wow, what a great Christmas spirit. Seriously, cheer up everyone. She's a little girl who won't be introduced. Don't worry, sweetheart, I'm protecting you from Beyonce. The thing is, the little one tells her mom she heard a noise on the roof. But mom says it's probably just some animals or something and tells her to go to sleep. It's late. And since the little girl doesn't listen, mom takes her to bed herself. The lady sees that the door is open, yet still thinks nothing's wrong. Everything's fine. Okay, ma'am, you're really naive. The little one hears that Santa has arrived at her house, and wow, amazing, it's October and Christmas vibes are already here. And oh dear Santa, Santa has a huge axe.
Oh, damn!
Oh no, it's actually Art, going through the whole house playing with his axe, apparently testing it on the family. Hey, relax, it's just to see if it works. All good art, it's sharp. After that brutal display, he sits down to eat his milk and cookies like a true Halloween Santa. Now we travel 5 years back, to the end of the second movie. A cop arrives at the place where Art's headless body is, and well, he borrows the cop's head, just for a few hours, until he gets his own.
Oh no, my brother. You got to get your own.
In an asylum, we see the great Chris Jericho doing his security guard job, not knowing he's about to stumble on a brutal scene. The survivor, Victoria, gave birth to Art's little head, and then both of them were sent to the afterlife by these two. Poor Chris, wrestling legend, deserved a better role. Then we see the lovebirds on the train, where they meet a fan who wants a photo with Art. Not sure he knows this clown isn't exactly sane. And finally, the evil couple arrives at an abandoned house. In the present, Sienna is discharged from the psychiatric hospital. She's picked up by Greg, her Aunt Jess's husband, who's taking her in. And this is Gabby, Sienna's cousin. The little one admires her cousin, but knows nothing about her dark and painful past. Soon you'll know, little one, trust me. Just be patient. A demolition crew arrives at an abandoned house, the same place where Art and Victoria live, or at least I think so. Not sure if they're a couple. The place is known for paranormal entities, so these guys have the brilliant idea to film something supernatural to go viral. Well, I've got good news. Turn on those cameras. Art is paranormal, and he's sitting in style on his chair. Very iconic. Well, the guys are sent to the afterlife by the clown and the ugly Victoria. That's what they get for being idiots. Back with beautiful Sienna. She's still having visions of her friends who were put to sleep by Art the clown. Yes, he told them a nice bedtime story, and they went to sleep peacefully. Poor Sienna can't even eat in peace because of her visions. But what really bothers her is that her younger brother Jonathan seems to dislike her. Well, he loves her, he's just mad at her. He's in college now and got quite a roommate. Hey bro, I like your girlfriend. She's hot. Art meets a cheap Santa Claus lookalike in a bar and gets really excited. It's identical to the real Santa, which makes his inner child happy, if he has one. Art hangs out with these folks who are chill, but the clown isn't. He gets weird and spits his drink in Santa's face. These guys are about to beat him up. Things escalate when Art pees on Santa's leg. Serious question, why was the clown sitting on the bearded old man's lap? Come on bro, you're better than this. Anyway, they try to throw him out. He gets offended, pulls out a weapon, and starts playing Warzone with the bar's patrons. Before leaving, he steals Santa's suit and finally uses liquid nitrogen to do very bad things to the old man. YouTube, it's not what you think, I swear. Sienna is with her cousin Gabby at a store. It's Christmas, time to buy outfits for the photos, when suddenly the one and only Art the clown shows up dressed as Santa, greeting her epically. This clown is pure evil. Sienna thought for a moment she was hallucinating, but deep down she knows it's real. She visits her brother at college and meets his roommate and his gorgeous blonde girlfriend. The couple runs a true crime podcast, and the blonde pushes Sienna to join for an interview about the Miles County massacre. She had already invited Jonathan, but clearly this really angers Sienna. And I get it. Her trauma was real and brutal. Sienna tells her brother she saw the clown at the store and knows he's real, but Jonathan doesn't believe her. After all, in the second movie, the clown was left without his head. She slaps him hard to knock some sense into him. They need to be ready. She also reveals there are beings from the beyond, malignant entities that come to Earth to cause chaos but need a vessel to do it. For example, Victoria is currently the bridge between the worlds, so she must be destroyed. She's no longer human, she's a demon. Sienna plans to recover her sword and go blade to blade with Art, who by the way is working as Santa in a mall, giving toys to kids. But when they realize he's not the real Santa, they kick him out. And as always, wherever this guy goes, chaos follows. He left a bomb in one of the presents, which explodes in a brutal way. The blonde is obsessed with Art, wants to know every detail, and feels his breath near her. Well, that's because he is near her. And apparently talking about Art excites her. That's
weird.
Turns out Art had arrived at a college party, and after using the bathroom, catches the blonde and her boyfriend in the middle of reproduction activities and does everything to them. I can't show that or I'd lose my YouTube job. Let's just say they're no longer on this earth. Sienna hears about what happened at the mall, confirming what she saw. The fear is clear in her eyes. She knows her nemesis is back. Greg goes to the university to look for Jonathan, while Sienna falls asleep and dreams of her father, who already knew what was going to happen and was preparing her all along. Then she experiences a terrifying scene that scared her, me, and probably anyone who watched the movie. She wakes up startled, but bad news is already at her door. She runs into Art and Victoria at her Aunt Jess's house. The clown knocks her out cold. She wakes up tied and gagged next to her aunt. What he did to Greg, not good. The tree topper is not a star, bro. If I said what it is, YouTube would kick me out. Victoria tries to possess Sienna, but she's strong-willed and resists. She won't let Victoria enter her. Yeah, that sounded weird. If she doesn't allow it, they'll put Gabby to sleep. Gabby tricks them, asking to let Sienna open her present. It's her sword. She quickly takes down ugly Victoria, leaving her bald, and then has a sword duel with Art. Epic music needed here. Sienna wounds the clown badly, but her blood opens a portal to the underworld. Gabby is about to fall in. Sienna leaves the clown to save her cousin, but it's too late. She loses her cousin and her sword. No bro, not the sword. Art escapes, and Sienna vows to find Gabby and end this clown once and for all. Finally, we see the clown taking the bus, hinting the crime spree will continue. Everything points to a serious war between Sienna and Art in part 4. Maybe then we'll see the full extent of her abilities, and maybe, just maybe, she'll finally defeat the clown for good.